Hope everybody is feeling well after the bourbon yesterday. That bottle went away very quickly. Yeah. So I will not say too much because I'm not the expert here. We have a very big group here that can answer all of their questions. I just want you to enjoy, ask questions. You will see the people here enormous passion for tobacco. So ask Jhonys, of course, Quico, Ernest is here. We have even a Danish guy here.
Don't call me a business, he's an American guy, that's for sure.
No, so all the knowledge is here. We're going to take you next couple of days all the way from the seed, hopefully to the box factory still. There are some construction.
Yeah, we have a construction, so probably it's going to be a little bit messy, but we'll see. We'll see on Tuesday. We're going to start at the box factory.
Still good to see. And then all the way via fermenting to rolling the cigar, packing it, and then the end product. A little bit of experience for you guys also, having your hands a little bit dirty. So enjoy it. That's it from my side. Now the interesting part comes.
No, basically, like you said, Régis, we want to get to welcome you guys to the Dominican Republic, Santiago, to our factory. And for sure, you're going to have an interesting week. A lot of learning, knowledge. We are going to be pushing you to talk to our people, to see our tobaccos, our products, our processes. And for sure, after this week, you guys will have a different appreciation for our company, for our products. We're going to tell you who we are, what we do, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I would like to introduce you guys, part of our team here in Dominican, Diaz. I'm in charge of tobacco manufacturing, both in Dominican and Central America. And then we have a team in both countries. Part of them are here today, and part of them is going to be seeing them tomorrow at the factory. And eventually, in a couple of years, maybe go to Central America and see them also in Honduras and Nicaragua. But we have here Ernest, Gocaj, who is our director of tobacco procurement. He is located in Connecticut, USA, where we grow a bunch of tobacco. And he's been with the company for almost 20 years. He's traveling the whole world, seeing tobacco, seeing people, getting the best raw material for our products. Don Francisco Hernandez, Don Quico, has been in tobacco for more than 40 years. Here in Dominican, USA, running a farm, working with different companies. He's in charge of growing and long filler processing. And then we have some other folks that are going to be tomorrow when we go to the factory. Our friend Jaco is un refuerzo. He's just coming to just make the team better and greater. He's coming all the way from Denmark.
But I have been working in tobacco for 39 years.
He owns a piece of SDE already.
In all kind of tobacco. 23 years was in cigarette, but I realize now that I'm in a different world and in a much more interesting world, that's for sure.
It is.
This is still art. It's more interesting.
And then here at the farm we got a group of technicians with Pedro Garcia being the lead technician and those folks over there who are the guy running the farm. We're going to be seeing just today farming, and Don Quico will kick off with an introduction to farming. And tomorrow, when we go to the factory, we're going to have a broader explanation and training on what we call Tobacco 101 for you guys. But that's going to be at the factory tomorrow. So Don Quico.
Yes, welcome again to the General Cigar farm. This farm started in 2004 and it's divided into 4 locations, and altogether we have about 500 acres, net acres tillable or adequate for tobacco growing. We grow here the seed called Piloto Cubano, which is a long filler seed. The seed was brought from Cuba a long time ago and adapted to the particular soils and climate of this area. And we also use that seed for binder, long filler and binder of some cigars. I will introduce you to tobacco growing from the very beginning, from seed until harvest maturity. So if during that process you have any question, don't hesitate and ask. We will try our best to answer any question related to harvesting included. So we will move to a place back there where we have a setup where I will start showing you how we begin producing tobacco. All right. In tobacco growing, everything starts with seed selection. What we do is that we select the plants, the best plants in the field to select seeds from. This is the tobacco plant, or this is the flowering. So the seeds, after the flower is pollinated, the seeds are produced in this pot here. So those are the pots that we collect to get the seeds from. So this is a ripe pod. The seed is inside, and these are the seeds that we get from the plants. These are the pods from the flower. So each one of these pods had about 2,500 seeds. We harvest the seeds, we clean them and classify them by size and weight. We have 3 grades, seed A, B, and C. For this project, we only select grade A, which are the biggest and heavier seeds. Those are the ones that have the potential to produce a stronger plant, the grade A. So it happens that we have a seeding machine that doesn't handle this original dry seed. So there is a process called pelletization that is used to increase the size of the seed. So we use pelletizing. Those seeds are sent to the United States for pelletization. And then the size of the seed is increased 25 times. And those are the ones that we use to produce the plant. These pelletized seeds have 4% of the seed inside and 96% of a covering of clay material. Yeah, you could touch it here, observe. Depending on the type of seed, we use different colors for the pelletization to make sure we don't mix it. So after we have pelletized the seed, then we have to produce the seedling, and the seedling are produced in these trays, which have 96 holes. So we have to fill those cells with a peat moss and then put the seeds in each one of them. I will show you how we fill the trays and then how we locate the seeds in the trays. Here this machine. This machine here is the one we use to fill the trays with the growing media or peat moss. This growing media doesn't have any oil. It's moss, perlite, and vermiculite. Those are the components. Sí, para que vean. growing media where we germinate the seeds, it's important to know that it's sterile. So by using it, we make sure that it's not disease or pest in it. In every one of the tray cells using this seeding machine. This machine has the capacity to locate 2 seeds per cell. And start watering it to promote germination of the seeds. At about 5 to 7 days, the seeds start germinating, and then when it has about 10 days, we start applying some foliar fertilizer to promote growth. These are 2 stages of seedlings here. This has about 12 days after germination, and this had about 18 days after germination. And when the plant lets in the trays has about 40 to 42 days, they are ready to be transplanted in the field. These are ready to be transplanted in the field. So we pull the plants, and when it has about 4 to 6 inches tall, it's ready to be taken to the field. I mean, it's another one. Transplant in the field.
If you see, in this case, you see some leaves are cut, they're not damaged. The cutting is done on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
In the greenhouses, we call clipping.
Clipping, yeah.
And that the way we do it, clippings, when the seedlings start in the greenhouse, start growing fast, so they come all at once, and we're not able to transplant right away and to eliminate the growth. We put some stress. So we cut the leaves, but not the heart. So that what it does, it stops the growth and helps the root system to develop more.
So, as I said before, it takes about 40 to 42 days from seeding to the plants be ready to be transplanted. While we are producing the seedlings, we have to start also land preparation in the field. So when the seedlings are ready, the land should be ready to receive them also. Once these plants are put in the field, we start fertilizing, irrigating. And if there is any pest or anything that comes out, we have to apply pest control measures. And when the plants start flowering at about 38 to 40 days, and those that are going to be used as lawn filler, we remove the upper part of the plant at that age, 48 days. The idea is that these leaves receives more sun and also would be stronger leaves and thicker leaves and have more strength when you smoke the cigar. Then 15 days after we remove the top part of the plant, we start harvesting. And harvesting in tobacco is done from bottom to top. We start harvesting the bottom leaves 3 per week, and it takes about 5 weeks to harvest the crop. After the leaves are harvested, they are tied in strings and hung in the curing shed for curing. You will see that when we go to the farm where they are harvesting and hanging the tobacco in the curing. So if there is any question about this part that we have covered so far, just let us know.
Just for your information, how the plant is set up when we harvest. That's what we call the bottom leaves, we call velados. The mid leaves we call secos, and the top leaves, that's ligeros. And the texture of the leaf, the thickness of the leaf changes from bottom to top, and also the nicotine content changes. It's lower here, it's higher here, and it's even higher here. So that's what we use for blending. So how we do when we do the blending, we combine Liso or Seco, Velados, Seco, and Ligero to boost the strength in the blend.
And then in the next 2 days, you guys will be smoking and seeing the differences in those plant position, the leaf position of the plant, in strength and in flavor. This next 2 days is going to be a lot of smoking and testing just to see the differences.
Yeah. Was transplanted here in November, and they have already harvested 3 primings.
But I guess it's good if you explain to them what do you do to the tobacco after you transplant the little tiny tree into here. What do you as the normal cultivation practices?
Okay, we transplanted here, and as I explained before, we get the soil ready to receive it. Then after that, we do some agricultural practices. We apply fertilizers. We hoe the tobacco, which is bringing soil root area. We control weeds. And when the tobacco is about knee-high, we remove the 3 bottom leaves.
Which is called
socket.
And that is done because you want what? You want?
See, we want those leaves not to be using nutrients from the plant, and those nutrients be left for use in the remaining leaves, because those bottom leaves are not usable for us. We call them sand leaves.
Because the leaf actually functions as a storage, say, piece. And then what we do is we remove the bottom and we put one the nutrient to go to flow to support the development of the whole tree. And to get this leaf, better, with more nutrients, stronger, thicker.
Does anything happen with those low leaves? Are they just discarded? Or?
They decompose in the soil and become organic matter. Then, when the plant has about 38 to 40 days, they start flowering. We remove the top part and leaving about 14 usable leaves.
And then the topping is done because what do you want to achieve when you do the topping?
Okay, we want to get thicker leaves at the top, the whole plant. We will produce the ligero grade. And also, after you top, the plant induces nicotine content. After topping the roots, the nicotine is produced in the roots. And the nicotine content of the whole plant increases, and the plant is more sturdy toward diseases. Blue mold, which is a disease that attacks the plant after you top it, as you get the leaf thicker, blue mold doesn't attack the plant. So there are some benefits of doing that. But mainly is to get the long filler with strength and flavor. Then, at the same time, see, each plant has the potential to produce some suckers in the leaf axil here. So when we top it, we apply a sucker inhibitor.
It's a chemical product that just to inhibit the development of little, like saison or children or soccer.
Yeah. If you come here close, you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, those suckers suck nutrients from the plant and make the leaves to be thin and brittle. So applying the sucker inhibitor, we don't allow them to grow, and the plant stays, the leaf stays thick as we want. No, sucker is those. I mean, that's more like baby.
They're like offshoot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Offshoot.
Offshoot.
Exactly.
See one sucker.
Those grow bigger, then they will take away all the stuff from the main leaf. You don't want them.
So it's not necessarily a regrowth of a leaf you've already primed.
It's part of the one that produces three, has the potential of producing three of these in each patch.
Okay.
Let me see if I can develop so. If you don't apply the sucker suppressant, they will become big. Sucker nutrients from the plant. And then when after you soak it and after you apply the sucker suppressant and you top the plants, about 15 days, the bottom leaves start ripening. Ripening means that instead of dark green, they become pale green, but not yellow or anything. So we harvest the tobacco ripe with green. And those are the leaves that we tied and cured that you will see later. See, that's the way we locate the leaves in the basket while they are harvested.
So what is the time that goes between transplanting and harvesting time?
Transplanting, we start harvest about 55 days after transplant. And by 80 to 85 days, the crop is over.
And then the harvesting is, how is done the harvesting?
3 weeks, we harvest 3 weeks, three leaves per week. About every 5 to 7 days.
And that's called priming. Every
priming
we remove 3 leaves, and that's part of the harvesting.
By priming, yes.
It's about 2.5 months from the time you plant till it's all the way out. Do you leave any of the plants with the actual flowers on the top to collect seeds, or do you top them all?
Yes, we do. We have some fields specifically.
But not this one?
No, this one not.
Okay.
It's closed in farm 1. We have a lot.
Where you just get seeds
that,
from.
that we select the plants and cover the flower and get the seeds from, because we keep control of the seeds.
Right.
We don't want to be far away from actual super weed.
Love the smell in here.
All right.
Nice aroma, nice smell. We want to eat it. That's why we
Can see here on your left the first priming is already cured, And there are different stages of curing here.
And maybe on Quico, it's good to say that the curing basically is the process by which we
Yeah,
take
okay.
out the water of the leaf. It's a drying process, and there are different methods of curing. The one that we pretty much use here on Quico is basically is air
Alright.
cure.
Yes. Curing.
Do you
yeah, that's-
rotate from the top to the bottom to the
No,
top?
here no,
Just
no,
hang.
no. Yeah, this
Just
is
hang.
When we don't add heat, this is just air cure, natural air cure.
Okay.
And what happens during the curing is, as the Jhonys says, the leaves start losing moisture, right? But at the same time, some biochemical reaction takes place in the leaves, like starches convert to sugar. Some proteins start to decompose, things like that.
How long does the leaf sit down here? I mean,
Alright.
how long take this drying
takes
process?
About 6 weeks from cure. Then it has 4 stages. Huh? You cure the leaf green but ripe. Then when you put it here and fresh air enters the barn and goes through the tobacco mass and moisture is released on top of it.
There's the peak. The peak is open.
The chlorophyll, which is the green color, start decomposing. Yeah, degrading. And a yellow pigment that is below the green pigment appears. Then the yellow pigment disappears and the brown color shows up.
And how much weight loss do we have here?
6 weeks.
No, say
Wait,
weight loss.
So if we put in 100 pound
green.
green, what,
It's almost 80%.
80%?
80%?
Remember, the tobacco get here is like about 90-something% of moisture,
Moisture, yeah.
and then when it gets out, it's about 30 or something percent in moisture.
So what would be the approximate value of tobacco in, just say, one of these curing barns?
How many pounds do we have here?
This is filler. It
No,
depends.
but how many pounds do we have, basically?
It's about 7,000.
Pounds?
But no, this
Sartas. And
divided by 30.
You said 70,000 pounds?
¿cómo fue? If you divide-
25 salta por quintal.
This might
Okay,
be
¿y cuánta,
based on the shed
salta hay?
size.
7,000.
That might be
Entre
what you have.
35.
20,000 pounds maybe in this shed.
Entre 40.
20,000 pounds.
$5 to $10 a pound, probably.
No, this is pretty much, when it is already processed, it's
It's,
like about 7.5 per pound. When it's already processed,
Processed,
still
add the
there is
labor.
more stuff to go
Right,
into
you
it.
have all the pre-industry
So at this
fermentation.
stage, it's like probably about 1 something per pound.
It's about $50,000.
In
Yeah.
the
50,000 in here?
Oh, there's that
160
much
per
of a
pound at
jump.
this stage.
Between just the curing and then going to pre-industry, the fermenting, the aging, and all that adds $5 to $6 a pound.
Yes.
Yeah, but remember also there is the shrinkage. I mean, as you move to the next process, you lose some
Right.
weight, so that stuff builds up into the
Right.
cost.
There's a look at how we do, because this is the leaf, and we can go through after it goes. This is dry, it's ready to go. When if you go through you do the fermentation, and in this way you
loses
see the
weight.
process. You lose the weight, and you have to remove the
Oh, yeah, the stem,
So they will
yeah.
make a frog tips. This one counts for 35-37% of the weight because it's average. So
So
That-
1/3 is this piece of stem there?
yes. And now from 160 leaf after completely fermented, it will be the $7 per pound,
Okay.
like this.
And taking into account that not every leaf has a certain percentage of shelf.
No, the one saying the shrinkage and the weight.
Okay.
Yeah, I already mentioned that because of it's the labor, but the time of process shrinkage that you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe here we can also take another group picture in this environment.
The lighting isn't the best for
Yeah,
that,
I know,
but
I know.
it does smell wonderful in here. Just walking through the barn. This place is huge. Considerably greener than the other end.
Vamos a subir más. Bien. Entonces mira, si no tienes
That's going up there somewhere.
I would go with you if I didn't have my. Oh yeah. That's actually. Good thing is, this morning I saw a shoe shine. There you go. I'll put the luster back on this previous. There you go. Are you standing? No, two that actually looks pretty easy.
Something not good. And growth to your tobacco
I wouldn't be as graceful as I would like to be in front of the group. I would like to have some practice time.
The alternative is dry and you put it through a red eye. First thing, oh, jewelry.
Here's pictures of my
Some coming just for lunch, right?
Which one is that? 68. They've had it for a while. That was the one I had in my room.